How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and today is Saturday. I hope you guys are enjoying your Saturday morning. This is around the time that this is being recorded. And what I'm going to be talking about today is actually something for the first time on this entire channel. We're going to be talking about crypto. And what I'm going to be talking about specifically is Riot blockchain and as well as Marathon patent. I've been getting a lot of questions, a lot of direct messages saying like, Dre, cover something on crypto and so forth. And I'm like, you know what? Yes, I do need to do a video on it. Also wanted to let you guys know, I have a very strange relationship with Mara. So when I first came across Mara, she was around $2.50 and was on my watch list for quite a while. And literally used to be actually my swing trading type of opportunity where like, yeah, whenever she would hit the certain ranges, I would just buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. And I never really looked at it after that. And then the next time when I looked at Mara, she was literally like $20 a share. Like it was just kind of crazy. I never really took Bitcoin that seriously, but ever since when I saw that, I was like, you know what? No. We can't do this. We need to make sure that we can, again, ride the wave. I know blockchain, crypto, fintech overall in general is a very booming industry right now. And it's one of those industries that I don't even want you to miss out on. I know I missed out on quite a bit, but I'm still a part of in regards to riding the wave because I do see that crypto is going to be that currency when we go forward into the future. We have a lot of companies that are looking at it, a lot of companies who are getting invested in it, institutions and so forth. Most recently, a notable company, Tesla, actually buying some Bitcoin as well, which is huge. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be doing a technical analysis on Riot and a technical analysis on Mara in this video. I'll be checking you guys right afterwards. All right, so what we're going to be doing, we're going to be going over the chart for Mara, Marathon patent. So we're going to be doing two crypto blockchain focused type of stocks. We're going to first do Mara and then we're going to go into Riot afterwards. This was requested from one of the viewers. All right. So as we can look at this chart, what's kind of interesting before I actually get into this, when I first had Mara on my watch list, it was literally around $2. It was a $2 stock, and just seeing how far it has come has been amazing. There's been a lot of attention so far in the crypto and the blockchain space. We also had Tesla that purchased some Bitcoin as well. We have a lot of hype around the Dogecoin. So what I'm seeing going forward is that, hey, you know what? Crypto is going to be the future here. All right. I just wish that I would have taken it a lot more seriously. So let's just go right into it. So now, as we can see, we're looking at actually the 2 hour, and this is the 1 month out chart. All right. So as we can see here on January the 21st, we were in that low of $15.72, right? And as you could see, there was some consolidation, there was some up and down movement and so forth, but it stayed fairly consistent all the way up to January the 28th, right? And then we saw a big move, right? Moved up right into the $20 range, right? And as we can see here, what this tells us, this is a gap up. So it gaps up. So again, a lot of hype around Bitcoin, so forth going on, crypto, and Bitcoin's getting to literally higher upon higher highs and being consistent. So since this is the stock, right, that is behind, you know what, also this company Mara is heavily invested in Bitcoin in regards to mining and how much they actually own. But anyways, so when we look what's happening here, we're going to have sell-offs, right? This is a stock at the end of the day. When it's running up a lot, especially when it's above that moving average line, we're going to have some sell-offs. People are going to be taking profits. But the people that know, the investors, the people who are wise enough to realize that, hey, Bitcoin is a future, we could see they're holding. Because we could see some consistent consolidation right here, maintaining going into $21. And then we get a little bit of a move, right, in the beginning of Feb, and then it's slightly trending up. And I remember this right here in the sense of the reason why Bitcoin started even moving as the way it did. A lot of things were going on. A lot more institutions were buying into Bitcoin. And also, we also got to take into consideration is what's going on in the US, right? In regards to stimulus, the amount of money that's being spent, a lot of people are just looking for a safe place where they can keep their money, right, and not lose a lot of value, right? Because the more money that's being spent, especially as we notice in the US economy and trying to get things going and so forth, it's great for the people, but at the same time, it does devalue the dollar, right? So as we can see, it's on an upward trend moving, and then it comes right back down to the 22 range, right? So we're in this 22 range, and then we're just consolidating again. This is where we know there's a lot of diamond hands here that believe like, hey, you know what? This Bitcoin is the future. We can also notice this by the RSI, right? RSI is around 46. If you're not aware, if it's below 30, that means that it's oversold. If it's above 70, that means it's overbought. So right now, we have it literally in a really good area. So this is what we call a buying zone, right? And then boom. I don't know if you guys remember, but I remember this as clear as day. Bitcoin literally just started running. And then here we have it. We have an explosive move from $22 all the way up to $39. Literally in the span of 4 days. Look at that. Like, that is insane. That is an insane movement, but it does make a lot of sense, right? We started seeing that, hey, you know what? A lot more people are being vested in Bitcoin and in blockchain in general. So then we had some consolidation here, which is actually fairly scary considering the move is that, you know what? We still have people who believe in Bitcoin and in cryptocurrency. So this is why we have some consolidation. Here's our consolidation line, literally here around the 37 to 38 area. Insane. And then we have a bit of a bottom, right? We drop a little bit, you know, people are taking profits. Also on top of that, Bitcoin also went down a little bit as well. So we got to expect that and know that's going to come with the stock, right? So we had a little bit of some consolidation here, as you can see on the 10th of February. And then here going to the 11th, we get another move up. Bam. Hit $41. $41 ends up being hit. And it's just like, okay, things are getting very, very interesting. So, of course, we have some people who are selling, taking some profits, right? Bitcoin's still doing fairly well here. And as we come to February the 11th, now look what's happening. We have a slow trend, upward trend coming around here. And it ended up finishing the day at $38.82. So what we really need to realize and see here, as long as Bitcoin keeps moving, so if you believe that Bitcoin is going to be 50K, 60K, 70K, 80K this year, many people are saying Bitcoin might even get to 100K by this year, then Mara is actually a really good stock to look at, but it also is more pricier. And it's part of the reasons why I'm going to be doing another video on some crypto blockchain type of stocks that you can choose that are a lot cheaper. And again, they have just as much upside as well. All right. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this, but like I said, like Mara right now is staying above, as you can see, that moving average line, and this is what we want. This is exactly what we want. So I definitely could see a big week for next week after the long weekend. Like, I could definitely see that. I could see Mara really making that push back into that 41 area. And if it can get above 41.22, which you see up here, things can get very, very interesting. And again, this is a play that is heavily reliant on crypto, Bitcoin, and so forth. So if you see any pullback in those particular areas, you will see a pullback in Mara. But I look at these stocks in particular. Hey, these are the ones you literally got to hold for a little bit. And if you deeply believe in the company, you know, like, and trust the KLTs, then you will definitely see some serious returns, all right? Hope you guys found this helpful, and we'll be talking real soon. Going over Riot. As you can see, the charts almost literally look identical to each other. We just finished doing the one on Mara, and you can see a lot of similarities here. Like I said, these are two stocks that are in the crypto space, all right? Crypto, blockchain, fintech, I do believe that it's going to be a big part of the future. And it's one of these opportunities that you definitely need to take a look at. I'm actually really mad at myself. I was not taking these particular plays that seriously before, But now what I see, what I'm actually see what's happening, there's a lot of potential and there's a lot of money to be made. So let's get into it. I won't waste any more time. So again, very similar to Mara. Let's go to January the 14th, right? So at January the 14th, here at 9 o'clock, right at open, it was around $25, right? And then we have all this movement going, right? Going on here, started going on a dissension. Like I said, these are one of these things where we got to look at the crypto market, right? That's the catalyst. So whatever is going on there is going to be hugely affecting other stocks that are in the blockchain space as well. So we got to always remember that. So we got down, let's go to January the 27th right here. This was when it hit 1675. So quite the low, right? But now I'm going to go further out and show you guys something really quickly. Let's look at the 3-month chart. Let's look at the 1 day. Back in November, this is a stock was at $3.60, right? Back in December, the stock was $9.55. In January, we have $17.67. January 14th, we have $28. No, let me go back. Let's go back to the 2-hour, 1 month. Now, you're seeing this, but the returns from where it was to where we see a low right here on January the 27th of $16.75. Like, this stock has been gradually moving upwards. Is it going to be more volatile than some equity stocks out there? Of course it's going to be, right? But one of the things we need to notice is overall growth. There's been a lot of growth and a lot of tension in regards to the crypto space, and I really don't see it dying down anytime soon. I actually do see it as a way of the future. I mentioned in the Mara video a lot of things in regards to what's going on and what's going forward. Just talking about a lot of companies are being vested, as far also institutions are being vested in cryptocurrency. That's part of the reasons why I do not see it going anywhere. So as we continue here, we had a high here. And again, this is an equity at the end of the day. So people are taking profits. There's a little bit of volatility, or they see, you know what, Bitcoin's going down a little bit. People get out, right? But again, the smart people know to hold, because here's what we start seeing. We start seeing some consolidation here, right? 21s to 22s. And just like in the Mara chart, huge pop. We see February the 8th. Boom, look at this. February 9th hits $41. So literally, if you got in on February the 5th, here in these low 20s, on the 9th, ended up hitting a high of $40. That $40 range, 41. Literally, that's almost double your money. You literally almost doubled your money. And the best part about it is, and the reason why I feel like, you know what, this is a shift. This is a change that we just need to adapt to. I did not adapt to it earlier. I'm going to be honest with you guys. But I'm definitely seeing the potential, because yes, we have some sell-off here, right? But again, we have some consolidation. Right, we have some consolidation in that 36 range, and we're still staying above that mid-moving average line. And look at the move, 44, 43, because this right here, this was the resistance level, right? This is where it would go, boom, it got knocked down briefly. So as soon as when the stock passed this previous resistance level right here, that's when we know, like I always say, things get very, very interesting. So it moves up, bam. We're into that $45 range. And then look, we have some support here. A little bit of support here at 43, right? And that 43 range, right? So it's a little bit of consolidation. And boom, a power move all the way up. Like, it's just ecstatic looking at this. And then end up finishing the day at 48.30. All right? So looking at what's been going on and how things have been changing in the world and so forth. And we just got to realize, hey, you know what? People want to see change. And this chart and what's been going on in the industry has been showing this. We want to have a currency and not have to fear it being devalued and so forth. And that's where I feel like the future is definitely in blockchain. It's definitely in crypto. It's definitely something that you should have in your investment portfolio and so forth, because this is just explosive growth when we take a look at it. These are the type of stocks where you put inside your portfolio and you forget about it. You forget about it, like you could play that game. Or like myself, where I would take a certain percentage when it reaches a certain profit target, right? So if I hit 50% or 100%, I'll take some profits at the top, because it is extremely volatile here, which is something that we cannot forget, right? We cannot forget the fact that it's extremely volatile. And what's very interesting, these companies have done offerings. They've done things to raise more money, and they've come right back, bounced right out of it. So that alone tells me, and these are direct offerings I may add, that the potential and the future is definitely crypto and blockchain. So we could see this move right here, and we're literally above that moving average line. Like, that shows an extremely bullish trend. We also need to take into consideration there is a possibility it could get a little bit lower. But I look at it like this. If you're going to be holding this for months on end, or even if you're holding it for a certain period of time, and I'm talking about, like, again, 6 months. If it's short term, then you want to be very aware of the price of where you get it at. But honestly, from what I'm seeing from the chart, you could try to wait for the dip. But hey, the dip may not happen. But when it does happen, that's when you need to actually make a move and start hitting those strikes. So that's why with these possible type of plays, if you're not too sure where you want to get in and you don't want to get in too much on a high, then you want to choose doing it through strike days. So what that means is, all right, you got $1,000. So that means you're going to put $333 on Monday, let's say. You might do another $333 on Wednesday and another $333 on Friday. You could also do this strategy over 2 weeks, 3 weeks. What this is called is dollar cost averaging, all right? And it's one of the best ways to actually build out a position, and it's great, especially when it comes to a stock that's in the growth sector, and that's where Bitcoin actually is, all right? There's been a lot of attention. So as we can see, if we look at even the RSI right here, it's above 70. So that means it's extremely overbought. It's very, very high. Usually it's a good time to buy when the RSI cools down, all right? And I agree with that. But as you can see, like, it's literally from February 4th, it was at, let's say, yeah, around 40, let's call that the 47 to 50 range, right? And then it's just been on an upward trend since. And then it came down a little bit, right? And we can see that reflected right here, especially when it made this move. That's pretty much a lot of FOMO going on. And then, you know, we had a little bit of relaxation right here. So definitely the areas that we could see where there's some consolidation. We have a little bit here at 46. We got some here at 44, right? Got a little bit here at 42. And then we got a good amount of it here at 38. Like I said, it hasn't spent too much time in these particular support areas. But again, if Bitcoin continues to do as well as it's doing, and a lot more companies and a lot more institutions start getting involved, like if we see like a company, let's say like Apple, like things can get very interesting if they decide to get into crypto and stuff like that. But I definitely see potential for more growth. Hope you guys found this video helpful. As you can see, there was a lot of similarities with Mara. I wanted to try my best to make it different. Oh, also wanted to talk about, you see these volume areas here? So I remember I was asked about this in a personal message. So what this means is when there is a lot of buying or selling. So it could be either or. It doesn't only have to be buying. But when you see this, this means there's just a lot of trading going on and so forth. That's all what that means. And you see it throughout the entire chart. And it really does show you how much the crypto space has grown over time, right? So just to kind of give you guys that quick thing, volume could be buying or it could be selling, all right? Just showing you how much trading is going on, the amount of volume going on, all right? All right, so to conclude, again, these are Bitcoin mining companies that have really set themselves up for a lot of success. When we look at, hey, how much the stocks are and so forth, and like I was saying in those videos, you need to make sure that you go with a strike price over strike days. All right. It's like you can't just say, well, you know what, I'm going to put all my money in there or put a ton of money in there like right now. Because again, there's so much fluctuation, there's so much volatility. It's one of those things like, hey, if you got like $1,000, oh, let me throw out the disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor and this isn't financial advice. So when you do invest, just know you're doing it at your own risk. So since these stocks are actually a bit higher price, because I'm actually going to have another video following afterwards for stocks that are in the blockchain and crypto space that are a lower price, then you want to go over a period of time. So dollar cost averaging in regards to adding to your position. Because we just don't know where this stock is going to go. I really do see a lot more forward momentum because I do see that Bitcoin at its current price where it's at right now, hitting, let's say 100,000 is definitely doable in the next 2 to 3 years. Even for this year alone, I can still see Bitcoin gaining another 20,000. So one of the things we need to look at is making sure with these particular stocks, we get them over a period of time. So if you have $1,000, then you know what? Let's say you want to do $333 on one day, $333 on another day, and then $333 on another day. So that could be Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. But if you go in all in one day, just make sure that you could stomach the volatility that comes with it. Because it's easy for these stocks to go down $3, $4, $5 and so forth. You just need to be able to know that and be aware of that. And just be able to say, you know what, just forget about it and not worry about it. Because again, I do see crypto is going to be the future. It's going to have a lot more notoriety. It's getting a lot of notoriety right now, but it definitely deserves a lot more, all right? So I hope you found this helpful, and I'll be talking to you guys real soon. Peace out.